This week, we're going to talk about making good choices versus being told what the good choices are. A lot of times in a lot of places I go and travel, I hear the word, now, make good choices, or was that a good choice? And we're asking children a lot of times to make a good choice when sometimes they can't even figure out if they're supposed to pick their nose or not. And we're asking them to make a good choice. And then we're really not, in all honesty, we're not even defining what that is. Now, a good choice is different in different places. I'll give you an example. Now, a good choice in your bathroom is to take a shower. So what do you got to do to take a shower? Well, you got to get undressed, you got to get soaked, you got to get wet. That's not a real good choice at Walmart. That's not a real good choice on the playground, is it? No. Not at all. But we're asking them to do something that we really haven't given them enough skills to do. You know how I know this? So people will ask me, Kris, how long is this going to take? And my standard response is until they take the speed limit signs off the interstate. People look at me like I've lost my mind and say, what are you talking about? Hey, look, do you know what the speed limit sign is out here on this road out in front of my house? Probably not. Do I need to know? Yeah. Does the officer care whether I know what it is or not? Nope, because if I'm going over it, he may give me a ticket anyway. Now, is that a good choice? Well, I need to know what the speed limit sign is. So it'd be helpful to me if we posted it out here, wouldn't it? Yeah, it would. Why? Because then I can make a better choice because I have the skill to know to look for the sign. But the problem is if you don't have the skill to even know, how are you going to make a good choice? So a lot of times we hold people accountable for things that we've not taught them the skills to do. Are you going to teach a kid how to subtract first? No, we would never do that. We got to teach them their numbers and teach them how to add. There's an order in it. Well, there's also an order in teaching them how to make good choices too. And we have to give them reasonable opportunities to make those good choices. And the younger they are, the simpler the choices need to be. Why? Because we all know as they get older, there's going to be more complex choices that they're going to have to make and try to do it right. See right back here, the newsroom, there's a lot of news goes across that screen sometimes. Sometimes you may believe it, sometimes you don't, but you have a choice as to what you believe and what you don't based on what you've heard, said, and know. Well, a lot of times that's what kids need. They just need reasonable chances to make good choices. And they need to be taught what good choices are, not just a blanket statement about it. And we all got to get better at that. Me too. I'll stand in front of the line and tell you that I got to do this too. Okay? But this week, we are going to work on teaching them what good choices are, not just expecting them to make them. Because as I always say, we win. Where there's a will, there's a way.